In this video, we're going to show you how to get the trophies Little Tokyo and the Jungle for Westbrook and Santo Domingo in Cyberpunk 2077. So it says that you need to do all the NCPD scanner hustles, those blue things on the map, but you also need to do all the gigs. And while 1.6 has added a counter for the number of gigs you've done with every fixer for each region, they have not added one for one of the most important fixers, Rogue. So Rogue, who's the head of the afterlife, hangs out there as a main character. You need to unlock her as a fixer to complete these trophies. So if you're using the gigs and scanner hustles as a XP farming method, it's also a great way to make money because I've gotten gigs that have paid more than 17,000 eddies. But if you want to complete these trophies, you're going to need to have started Ghost Town and talked to Rogue for the first time. If he's never talked to Rogue, then she will not act as a fixer and her jobs will not show up. The other thing I noticed was that her jobs were not showing up, at least in Santo Domingo, until I drove around at night. So if you like to do your play during the daytime and say sleep at night so you can get the XP buff, you need to make sure that V sleeps at night or sleeps and wakes up at night at some point, because there are some gigs that just will not show until you get there at night. And so but in particular, there was like one gig that was Rogue's in a garage, I think, that, I even went to the location, but because I'd not spoken to Rogue yet, I just started Act 2, that I could not get the gig. But as soon as I spoke to her and she said call Panam, which I did not call Panam, then her gig started showing up, right? So if you're using this as kind of like a farming at the beginning of Act 2, you definitely want to make sure you talk to Rogue, otherwise you won't be able to get these map region trophies such as the Jungle or Little Tokyo for Santo Domingo and Westbrook. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Cyberpunk 2077. The other thing that you need to do is you need to do all the Cyber Psycho sightings. So make sure you do all the Cyber Psycho sightings in the region that you're trying to get the trophy for too. Doing these scanner hustles and gigs is also a great way to get crafting specs, which are also randomized. So just because one person says a crafting spec is somewhere, with patch 1.6, they're randomized and you actually have to do these scanner hustles to get those crafting specs. Good luck, Chooms. Let me know your favorite way to make money and XP in Cyberpunk 2077.